We're awake, we're alive, got the fire in our eyes. We're the kings, we're the queens, and if this is just a dream, don't wanna wake up. Let this feeling break up. We're running free, running wild, never running out of style. Got the fight, got the stuff, got the never giving up. Not gonna shake us, and nothing's gonna break us.
I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of running backs who are hoping for plenty of touches to come their way. It's the Seahawks going up against the Vikings. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Gott and Charles Davis.
We are at the newest stadium in the NFL of its inaugural year. There's a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's frozen NFC wildcard game between the Seattle Seahawks and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now we see Russell Wilson and company take the field for Seattle. It wasn't the best game throwing the ball for Russell Wilson in Week 12. Heck, they were limited to just 5 points against Tampa Bay. He did run for 80, though, Charles, after running for 79 combined before that. So I guess the knee's okay.
The knee's okay. The ankle's okay. He's had a number of problems with his legs throughout the season. But we've seen him getting better and better in recent weeks. So it's not surprising to me that he could run around a little bit better and make some plays that way.
And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Wilson on first down. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Terrence Newman with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Well, in Week 12 last week, more limited production out of the running game. McKinnon, he was the leader, but just 9 carries, 31 yards.
And I know we immediately look at the guy carrying the ball and say, what is going on? And can Adrian Peterson get back fast enough? And there are rumors that he may be back sooner rather than later. But that offensive line, it is a shell of itself from the beginning of the season. So it's not just the guy carrying the ball. It's got to be the guys up front carving holes.
And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. Yeah, that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? the guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Now Bradford, and he will find his man on the outside. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On third down, Bradford, screen play, McKinnon. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's fourth.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And the 11 on offense coming back out for Seattle, and maybe a little tired, maybe a little jet lag. The Seahawks have traveled over 27,000 miles this season, and the 5,000-mile round trip to Tampa was their second jaunt to the East Coast in 3 weeks.
I've never met a team in the NFL that's less concerned about their travel than the Seattle Seahawks.
And that's good.
And that's good for them. And you're right. They could be tired. They could be fatigued. As you said, second time in 3 weeks, you'll never hear it come out of their mouths. Their head coach, Pete Carroll, whatever you put in front of us, we'll deal with it. Let's just get on the plane and go play. And I think it serves them pretty well overall.
And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Wilson, his throw incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And now it's third down. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
Eric Kendricks is another one of those bloodline guys in the NFL. His brother Michael also applies his trade as a linebacker. And Eric's trying to show him he's the best in the family.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. And he's got Lockett. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
On first down, Wilson. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? So that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
And that catch there by Luke Wilson goes for a first down, and he's really developed and come on. Now, remember, Jimmy Graham, who was expected to be the key tight end for Russell Wilson, he was hurt most of 2015. Luke Wilson really jumped his game up.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 44 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So out now comes Minnesota. And, Charles, let's discuss Sam Bradford's Thanksgiving Day performance. 31-37. Now, no touchdowns and an interception. Unfortunately for him, that interception was a costly one late.
It was, but when we look at the performance in total, and we look at the growth of Sam Bradford from the time he got to Minnesota on the eve of the season, the changes they've made in the offensive staff, how they're running offense, and the state of an offensive line that's lost a lot of people, I think he's doing remarkably well.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Time to feature the offensive starters and to give some love to the tight end, Kyle Rudolph.
He's been to the Pro Bowl already, battled a few injuries, but he's back and better than ever. Has added a little yoga to his regimen in order to make him more nimble. That makes it that much harder for the defenders to catch him.
They run once more with McKinnon. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Cam Chancellor is one of the best safeties in the game, but with his linebacker size, that allows the team to use him wherever they want to make plays.
So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. Play action now. Bradford. And the pressure gets to Bradford, and down he goes. Cliff Averill in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here's Jeff Locke now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Returnable for Lockett. Whoosh. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A gain of 3, second down.
The emergence of Thomas Rawls out of Central Michigan, chalk one up for the scouting department of the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, last year averaged 5.6 yards per attempt. Most of the NFL, of course, City had that nasty ankle injury.
Well, he's back healthy and looking like the Thomas Rawls we saw in 2015.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. A really nice carry there by the Flint, Michigan native Thomas Rawls.
A transfer from Michigan back to Central Michigan. Got overlooked in the NFL draft when he came out. Ended up being a priority free agent. And boy, what a rookie season he had before injuring an ankle. This guy is something else. When he gets going, their offense really responds.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And his throw is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Minneapolis in just a moment.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. To throw again is Wilson. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really, by the way?
That he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
On 2nd down, Rawls. Spinning away. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
On 3rd and goal, Process. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to break up 4th.
They might think about going for it here, but it's still just the 2nd quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. As Minnesota makes their way back out onto the field at 6-5, of course, they started 5-0. Now, no Stephon Diggs, but AP, as we chronicled earlier, he may be coming back sooner than expected.
And that 5-0 start, long forgotten now, because they are really struggling. Remember, when they were 5-0, everyone was chasing them in the division. Now it's flipped. They're chasing Detroit, and they've lost 2 games to Detroit. So it's going to be a long uphill battle. They'll need AP back and a whole lot of help.
Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now, Rudolph, he's a guy, Charles, we haven't discussed a whole lot this year, but he's really a reliable tight end on Thanksgiving. He led the way for the Vikings. 9 catches, 64 yards.
Sometimes he gets lost in the shuffle, but he does have a Pro Bowl on his resume. He can block, he can get downfield and catch the balls. We saw on Thanksgiving Day when he had 9 catches in that game. So we know he can maneuver it downfield. He just needs more attention.
For the year, he's almost at 500 yards, also 5 touchdowns for Rudolph. Atama Rubin in there to get him for a loss of 5. Second down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. On third down, Bradford. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now. They've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, he's looked pretty good to this point. It's complete to Lockett. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Fresh set of downs here. On first down, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Here's Hauschka for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota getting ready to go again on offense. They're 6-5 right now, Charles. No Stephon Diggs. We've chronicled AP maybe coming back earlier than people have anticipated, but let's see how this offense goes down the stretch because it's been up and down.
The problems with the offensive line have extended to everywhere else on the team because they can't run the ball with the same authority. Trying to pass protect for Sam Bradford has been a little bit difficult. You mentioned Stephon Diggs not being out there. We thought Laquan Treadwell would step in for him, the rookie #1 pick. Instead, it's been Cordero Patterson they've been trying to get involved in the offense. They've got to find an identity again trying to move the ball.
Here's the option. Now a hit, and the ball comes out. Bradford's lost it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the one interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Now they'll run it on the toss. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
6 yards still to go here on 2nd and goal. A running play for Rawls. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Now Hausch could attack on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's Thomas Rawls who finishes it off with a touchdown run. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Charles, while we have a second, we have to give a shout-out to Joe Thomas. It's been a tough year in Cleveland, but tell them what Joe Thomas accomplished.
He just played his 10,000th snap in a row without ever missing one in his career.
It's unbelievable.
His career. I mean, lots. You get a lead. There could be a small injury. You know, your foot hurts for one play. Never has he come out of a game. Never has he missed a snap. An incredible Ironman record. And he's a perennial all-pro left tackle.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
3rd and short yardage. Bradford. And this is going to be incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half. More from Minneapolis after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. Now it's Lockett. They juked him. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Charles, as we glance back at Week 12 for a second, of all the games that were played, maybe that Chiefs-Broncos the most significant when you look at the playoff picture?
Most significant and maybe best played. I mean, think about all the excitement that went into that game, all the big plays, both sides having a chance to take control, Kansas City ultimately winning it. But Gary Kubiak, the head coach of Denver, his decision with about a minute to go to try the 62-yard field goal, that's the one that may come back because they had a chance to go ahead and take an overtime tie and put that on their record. Instead, it contributed to a loss.
Yeah, and it dropped the Broncos to 7-4. The Chiefs up to 8-3 behind the Raiders. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
And he's got Lockett. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. On first and 10, it's Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I got to get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Here's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Throwing down, Wilson on first down. That is caught. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. Week 12 for Baldwin, playing back in his home state. He's from the Pensacola area. 7 catches, but just 34 yards.
And that's unusual for him because his run after catch ability helps separate him from other receivers because he can catch it, make a move, run through traffic because he's a strong guy. So when you hold him to 34 yards on 7 catches, you're doing something right on defense.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On the ground, Rawls. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Thomas Rawls as the first half is winding down. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And the lead will grow by 1 more. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's Thomas Rawls who finishes it off with a touchdown run. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. On first down, and that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On second down, Bradford again. Now a hit, and the ball comes out. Bradford has lost it. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. 3rd and long for Bradford. A dump down to McKinnon. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Final play of the half. Bradford, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And it is incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Vikings have been worked over in the first half and trail big right now. The Seahawks have done whatever they want, and they'll just try to keep that up in the second half. All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights. Now 1st and 10, Lockett's able to make a catch in traffic. And the pass and catch will end up going for 21 yards. Seahawks end up throwing a pick to win the drive. Seahawks now they have it at the 45. Lockett's the target on the quick pass, and this play goes for a score, giving them an early lead. 1st and 10, Wilson would find his mark in coverage, and this goes 60 yards for the score. Seahawks now up by 17. 2nd and 2 coming up. The football is going to be up for grabs here. He'd make it count, running for 37 yards on this run. Offense out now after the fumble. He'll move off the right side on the run, and he'll go in for a score. The lead now at 24. Now to late in the first half. He'll go with the run here, and he scoots into the end zone for his 2nd TD. Seahawks way out in front. So that'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Time to get you back up to Minneapolis as we rejoin Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Bradford toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Surveying the field. Going right side here, and that's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Jeff Locke now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Our eyes shift now to the Vikings defense. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And partners, you understand very well from our time together and visiting with coaches, defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others.
They are.
I have a feeling that speech came out about taking a stand and bowing up in this possession.
Yeah, that's where this word pride comes out, right?
In a big way.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Now Wilson down around his goal line. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. It's caught. Baldwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Wilson on first down. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 20 yards on the pickup there. And the Seahawks are going to have a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On first down, Wilson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
4 down, 4 down.
First down and goal to go from the 7. They'll try to run with Rawls. Still on it. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Thomas Rawls taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Hauschka now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's Thomas Rawls who finishes it off with a touchdown run. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Here again is McKinnon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
4 down, 4 down. Check. Here we go now. Green, 90. Green.
Now McKinnon. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football. And that really hurts you as an offense.
This is taken around the 12. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they get 28 yards on that one. And it's good enough for a Seattle first. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And now it's 2nd down. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
It is so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius. I do admire that he went for it. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. They run it with McKinnon. They find some open field here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90.
On 1st and 10, Bradford, screenplay, McKinnon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Here's McKinnon. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
First carry of the game here for Matt Asiata. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And again, it's Asiata on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
There we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On 3rd down, Bradford. That's complete right around the 8. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Cordero Patterson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Seahawks looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The grab made by Curse over the middle. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And there's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks offense continues to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind. But he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Terrence.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. First down. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there at 22.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's got his man on the out route. It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll be a Minnesota first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
First down, Bradford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
McKinnon. And he stopped immediately there. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. And Forbath will put this one through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. And just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. Wilson wants to throw it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Second down, Bradford. A dump down to McKinnon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And now they're in the hurry-up. Bradford. And this is taken in at the 5. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Now a second down throw for Bradford. Finding time. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And right now I take my rudimentary kindergarten skills and draw where the tackle box would be, because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the football from that spot.
Yeah, they say there was a receiver in the area, though.
Yeah. There's always a receiver in the area.
To throw, Bradford. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as he'll go for it on 4th and goal. One last shot now for Bradford. He's got time. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.